wind is atrocious today, so I'll try and keep my voice up. So when you're making your trough, thus, remember the inside of the fridge is not flat. We've got to contend with bumps and whatnot. So this bit here, this is where we take our measurement from, and I want to be just inside this so that when it's meshed, the mesh is actually recessed to this, and basically the trough will fit in there. So far so good. I didn't want to do any fancy saw cuts, so that basically anyone with some basic DIY skills could do this. So it's all straight edges, there's no chamfers. I use silicone sealant on these areas, but of course you could use polyfiller if you didn't want to use silicone, just to cover up any small holes. Top bars are sit straight on top of this, and I've just got to flip it over and do the other side. Okay, that's enough done for today. I need some dinner, but I've got to seal the edges up still. Top bar, hive and a fridge. Happy with how that worked out. Got my feeder area. I have done a previous video on these. These are the way I make a feeder. Very simple design. 3 bits of scrap wood in a U shape, bit of mesh attached over the top, 22mm hole drilled, bit of an overflow pipe, stick it in place with silicone, drill your hole into your board, any hive, find a suitable container to go in there, a 5 litre, or yeah, a 5 litre sort of a plastic container will do. Cut the top off, put that into the bucket, and then that's it. Bees go through and feed, and you can leave that in there. You can take it out if you want to block it up with a cork, but you can just leave it in there. They can't build comb in there because they can only go inside this. What I've got to do now is make the top bars. I've put another entrance hole at the very back, so if and when they start building comb in this section, if there's a lot of forage about, you get a good flow on. I'll put a disc on this side so I can open and close it. Don't want dreaded wasps going in there, do we? Or mice. We're very happy with it. Okay, so I've cut the joiner in. As you can see, I've extended the shelf, if you like, on that side, purely because this recess, when I put this top bar in and the bees build down, I well expect them to join this piece of comb to this piece of board. Bees aren't stupid, they use sticks, you know, twigs, all that sort of stuff to stabilise, a bit like scaffolding. So I fully expect them to join their comb onto that shelf, and that's why I put it there, because I was thinking if the queen goes through, it's a bit hard, I would have thought, for a queen that doesn't fly to get from a comb through an opening. So maybe a silly way of looking at it, but it's my way of looking at it. So that comb and also the comb on this side I expect to be non-removable. So I only pull it a little bit proud this side because this is flush, so it comes out wider at this side. Of course, if you didn't have cutters to cut this hole out, you could just drill lots of holes, or you could just drill 2 big holes. There's all sorts of different configurations you could do. This is the top bar that's not going to be moved. So I'm going to screw it in place. Yep. It's now a solid bar. Look at that wax. That's all the top bars cut. All I've got to do now is add some waxing. Not too tight. I left about 1/4 of an inch. That's we'll be able to prise them out easy enough. You have to cut the end ones, so you mark it, that one is removable. And then of course that's their feeder into our brood area, if you like. All the top bars with it tape wax. Hope the bees like it. Waxing up the top bars. Notice I only put a little strip in. Don't need to put too much in these. You're going to have to excuse my shaky hand.